Hello everyone. I just wanted to bring you an update on the story of Tyre Sampson. He was the 14-year-old that was a star football player who was visiting the theme park in Florida, and he had went to the Icon Park to hang out with his team during spring break. Well, his mother has finally reached a settlement with the park and the operator of the ride. Orlando's Eagle Drop Slingshot is what the ride was called. The ride's operator decided to take down the 430-foot tall attraction in the wake of Sampson's death. Uh, the mother, she says, her name is Nakia Dodd. She says it's a bittersweet moment. During a press conference on Wednesday near Icon Park as the Orlando Freefall ride continues to be dismantled. The ride is coming down, and I'm thankful for that. But my son's not coming back, she said. And so, the ride was actually, they had manually um, tried to modify the the seat, the equipment, so that he could ride on it. And that's something that should never have happened, but it did. And so Wednesday marked the first time Dodd saw the ride where her son died. She said her son took his last breath on this ride, so it's heartbreaking. Now, her attorney, Michael Haggard, announced during the press briefing that a settlement had been reached between Dodd, Icon Park, and Orlando Eagle Drop Slingshot. They declined to discuss the terms of the settlement, though Dodd said she would like to use it to keep my son's legacy alive by giving back to community sports and schools. And there are some additional steps to hold other companies accountable continue, according to Haggard, who claimed that the ride's manufacturer, Funtime Handels of Austria, had tried to evade responsibility. In a statement to ABC News on Wednesday, Icon Park deferred questions about the lawsuit to Sampson's family. Now, while the freefall ride is not owned and was not controlled or operated by Icon Park because it is a tenant on the property, we agree with the owner's decision to dismantle the ride, and our hearts are with the family as they witness this important milestone, the statement said. Operator error is suspected as the primary cause in Sampson's death, according to a forensic engineer's field investigation report released in April. The report showed that the individual operator of the freefall ride, who was not identified, made manual adjustments to the ride, resulting in it being unsafe. Now, according to the report, manual manipulations were made to the seat Sampson was sitting in to allow the harness restraint opening to be loosened, apparently to accommodate the more than 300-pound teenager. The investigation found Sampson's harness restraint opening was almost double that of a normal restraint opening range. The Tyre Sampson Act, a Florida bill that aims to protect future amusement park riders with increased safety regulations, advanced after its first hearing on Monday. So we hope that that bill gets passed, because I had said before when I was covering these stories that there needs to be more oversight when it comes to these amusement parks. And one of the things was that I had brought up is one of the, it was another child that had died. I believe he was 10 years of age. Now, his father had voted against uh, amusement park oversight. And his son wound up being killed on one of those rides. And he sued everybody that he could sue. And the sad thing is that people don't care about other people until it happened to them. And then they want everybody else to care, and they want everybody else to be held accountable. But when they have an opportunity in leadership positions to do the right thing, a lot of times, I'm not saying all the time, but there are a lot of times, or many times, that they failed to protect others. And because he had voted against the oversight, a lot of more children many other children have been killed on these rides, or, mangled, or truly injured, a lifetime of injuries and suffering. And I just think that there has to be government oversight on these rides. I mean, it's fun to bring them to your cities, but those rides have to be safe, and there should be no modifying of any rides to accommodate anyone if they do not meet the guidelines. You know, the weight, the height. If they don't meet it, they can't fit in the seat properly, comfortably, where the restraints will fit them to keep them from injuring themselves or falling out or slipping out of a ride. It is very important that the answer has to be, I'm very sorry, but according to this, you know, the guidelines here, and show the guidelines, you know, we are not allowed, you know, able to allow you to ride the ride, because I believe that this young man's death could have been prevented. And so there has to be more oversight when it comes to these amusement park rides. And I know when Brandon's dad and I were raising him, there were a lot of amusement parks that came, these carnivals with rides, and his dad would not allow him to ride on the rides. And I respected that position. And so he did not get to ride those rides. He just didn't. He got to do other things, but he didn't get to ride those rides because his dad always said they weren't safe, and that he would take him to, the better rides, like I can't think of them right now. There's some other parks here, and I can't even think of it right now. But he got to go to a lot of the other parks, you know, that had better rides, you know, better quality rides, I will say that. And so, you know, that's what happened. But you have to be very careful. And we know we want to, you know, we want to treat our children. We want them to be happy. We want them to be safe. We want them to enjoy their youth, their childhood. You know, we want to be accommodating. But we also have to be accommodating in the safetiness of our loved ones, of our children. And we want them to be safe most of all. And so with that being said, I'm glad that a settlement has been reached, that maybe she can receive a little more closure on trying to turn things around in a positive manner to keep her son's legacy alive. But we know that money will never bring back a loved one. No matter how much money that is awarded to a family or individuals, it's never going to bring back their loved one. So again, rest in peace to Tyre Sampson. And then again, condolences to the mother for the loss of her son. But again, I am glad that she has reached a settlement. And hopefully there will be great things that come out of this, as far as the settlement, being able to do some positive things to give back to the sports and the community as she is wanting to do. So with that being said, you all, leave your respectful comments below. What do you think about this? Do you think that there should be better oversight when it comes to these rides at these amusement parks? And if you have small children or grandchildren or have raised children, did you allow your children to ride on a lot of those rides when they came to the amusement parks? When it came to amusement parks, bringing carnivals in your city. So leave your respectful comments below. I love to hear what you have to say about this. Thank you very much. God bless you all.